My name's Penny Fitzgerald. I'm a kinesiologist here at East West Vet. I've been doing kinesiology with people for 6 or 7 years now, and a couple of years ago I was just doing some research on the internet, and I was reviewing a site run by an American fellow whose name escapes me at the moment, but he was talking about how you could do kinesiology with animals. The way that a session works with kinesiology is that with animals you can't muscle test. Kinesiology works with a muscle test to find out what's happening in the body, whether it's causing stress or not, and the muscle testing leads you down the path of finding the information that you need and what remedy you need to do something about it. And you can't muscle test the dog, so what I do is I surrogate for them. I get into their energy, as it were, with their permission, and then I can muscle test on myself, and I just use a simple finger test. So when the energy is strong, the muscle is strong, this gives me a yes response, and if the muscle goes weak, if it's a no or a stress, then the muscle isn't strong and I get a different reaction. So that basically tells me which way to go. Most owners are really in sync with their pets and they know what's happening. That's why they've brought them here in the first place, because they're worried about something. We've had great success with diet, with dogs that are itchy and stressed and worried, anxious. Rehome dogs I have a lot of success with, just calming them down and just decreasing their anxiety so that they can be a more relaxed and happy dog. The first thing I do is I have a look for an emotion. So I have here just a list of 60 emotions. We don't want to get too carried away, that's more than enough. And I just muscle test down. I say, okay, what emotion is it that we're looking at for the dog today in relation to the issue that they brought it in, and I find it. And I say, well, the emotion is this, and we discuss it. Sometimes we might need to find a little more information, and the muscle testing will always tell me we need a little bit more information. And the method that I was reading about on the internet all that time, which makes it so easy for animals, is just basically a simple magnet. Now, I happen to have this magnet in the form of a massage tool, but it is really just an ordinary magnet. It's just like a magnet, and it happens to be in the shape of a massager, so you can run it down the skin. It feels really nice. The animals all like it, and we run it down the governing meridian down the back of the dog, and it clears the emotion out. And then I muscle test again to make sure that that's all okay, and then we have a look and we see if there's anything else that we might need to support it. Maybe some bushflower essences. If it's a digestive issue, maybe something to support that. I would then refer to Anne Neville, the vet here as well, if I need some assistance with diet, and that's basically takes about half an hour for a session. So Archie came in for a checkup today. I first saw him in October last year when he was really very itchy, and he was biting his feet because they were so itchy. And I just gave him one session back then, and he just came in today just for a checkup.
My name's Robin Lindsay. This is my rescue dog Archie. The main reason that I brought him for kinesiology this time is that he was very anxious, to the point of chewing his paws and constantly scratching. His feet were raw. We tried all the usual routine veterinary things, shampoos, anti-inflammatories, and it only seemed to help for sort of a couple of days. So we decided to have an appointment with Penny, thinking it may be a food allergy. So she sort of tested him for what food she thought were beneficial or neutral or bad for him. So this is our third treatment. We changed his diet completely. That was 6 months ago. He's come along in leaps and bounds. His anxiety seems to be a lot less. And he's meeting other sort of dogs who's actually getting better as well. The initial session was about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour. He seemed to relax just right there on the table when she tried to clear some of that anxiety and that sort of energy from him. Then we started on his new diet that she'd recommended, and some herbs from Anne, just to sort of calm his gut. And I'd say within two weeks we had healed paws that were actually raw. We had no further scratching, apart from the occasional just normal sort of dog scratching. We just felt that he was a lot happier in himself. He wasn't as anxious when we sort of left him. And on his sort of walks, he wasn't constantly looking sort of for other dogs. And with the main thing, which was the itching and the constant chewing of his feet, that really cleared up within a month.